All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Squad Ops One event. Got Operation Two-Step Snake on deck. We're ready to go here. Everyone getting in the server here shortly, and we'll bring you that action here live. It's me, bcarr. Joining me tonight is Wilbur again, second time in a week. Co-commentary. Yeah. What's going on, Wilbur?
Nothing much, man. Just enjoying this commentary with you.
It's fun. It's good stuff. Bounce ideas off each other. I love that. And we're gonna talk a little bit about Two-Step Snake now. We have played this recently, but it is kind of cool. It's a little bit different from some of our other ones because there's these neutral points that we got added in here. So Two-Step Snake is a Russia versus British operation where the British are sort of on the offensive. There are two sets of objectives. The red dots you see on the screen here are industrial points. The green dots are the farm points. Now, the British must check 3 patrol points from either one of these groups. The catch is they can also add a white point to substitute for one of these patrol points. So, for instance, from British Main, you can see there in the southeast, they can move out and take that first red dot at Kilo 1181. Then they can move north and take Kilo 919 and then move to their final points on either Hotel 1144 or Hotel 1049. So they need 3 points. They can pick a color. They need 3 points. They can use the white points as substitutions. So it's a little bit of a, it gives a lot of variation for commanders to pick which route they want to take in. There is the expectation that the Russians will stay on their side of the river. However, that ain't going to happen. The Russians going to come right across that river after live. So they can start, Russians could start anywhere on that side of the river. It's my understanding about where they can start. Pretty standard patrol op, obviously with the neutral point variation added in there. There's going to be a lot of running around, but there are some, there's mobility for Russia, but no mobility for British. So British have to run everywhere. They get no vehicles. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to get around. So, Wilbur, how would you approach this if you were British, starting down there in the southeast? Where are you? What set of objectives do you think it makes more sense to attack?
Since they're allowed to do 2 of one color and then 1 white, I would probably try to hit the most southern green ones and then have the white one as my fallback main one. That's the one that I would want to defend. That's a large push from the north. But I mean, they do have them pretty spread out. The other good idea is probably hit those 2 western red ones and then pull all the
Then
way
route
back
through
to
these
the
trees.
K919
I want
white
one
one.
squad.
You know what? That's a good idea. Thinking of the white ones as a backup instead of just going after it. I mean, when I look at the map, I'm thinking I kind of do like I like the challenge of pushing north. Like I like hitting that red point and then splitting my force up and then either going Hotel 10 with like 3 squads and then sending 1 squad to K9 or pushing straight through to Hotel 11. I kind of, but the other thing side of that coin is I don't have any mobility. That's British, right? So you have to sort of, you're going to be running across a lot of open fields that way. Or you can minimize it once you get like south of the road that runs east-west, like the road that runs right under the Juliet 10 marker here, right south of that. That road has a lot of foliage and cover to the south. Not so much on the north side of the road in a lot of instances. So, I mean, that's what I like to sort of like, I mean, I don't know if I want to overcomplicate things, but I think keeping it in one direction, like keeping a push in one direction with the majority of my force is kind of what I like to go for if I was thinking about it.
No, I mean, I absolutely agree with you with that H10. Now looking at it, I mean, that's like a peninsula around the river. You're going to focus probably like 2 to 3 squads just on that, and then you can hit the flanks and they'll never even see the other fobs going down.
Exactly. I kind of like the peninsula position because it is sort of that. It's almost like that, that natural holding point on top of the hill, and it's also so close to that bridge. I feel like it's it's an easier position to step off of if you have to go do something. So like thinking about it in the sense of, are Russia going to reorganize on their side of the river before they push across? If so, I want to be near those bridges so at least I can respond to it. But I
Yeah,
mean, at the same
definitely.
time, if they have, they do have transport trucks. They have a transport truck and logi trucks. Oh, all trucks for setup only. Well, then never mind then. This is actually an all infantry operation. I just misread the document.
Yeah.
So,
And, well, the other good thing is they don't have to defend these fobs that they're putting out, just the main one. So all they have
yeah.
to do is just place it and leave.
Yeah, and that's pretty standard for when we do patrol operations. The markers, the sort of breadcrumbs, if you think of it as breadcrumbs on a patrol, if you've passed here and you know it's clear, you put the fob radio down, you move on to your next patrol point. That's sort of how we do like patrol routing and clearing in the squad ops operations. So yeah, you don't have to defend the points earlier on in the patrol, but you do need to defend the last point. And once British get to that last point, they get a logi truck, they get a logi truck of supplies, I believe, and then they can put up a mortar, ammo crate, fortifications. So the last point of the patrol, I think the most important bit is the mortar, especially since there's no vehicles that they're going to have to look out for on the Russian side. The mortar is going to be able to stop advances and give yourself some cover at the same time. Generally defending. I mean, all the points around here generally level once you get to those points. Just depends on what kind of buildings are around there. So it's
Yeah.
like Keel 11's the gas
Yeah.
station, but there's not a lot of buildings around there. There are some points more west in the map, like Hotel 11 and Golf 12. Those are in that little village. I think Hotel 10, there might be a like a utility station sort of along that point. I think there's a shed, maybe at a garage and a tower. India 1248, that's a farm building. I think Hotel 12 is the same deal, just in a different location. So there are going to be structures for them to use. But the big deal is of which structure do you like to defend around and what you're building around.
Yeah. Yeah. I think structures are definitely got to play something into this. Because if you're just putting your stuff out in the open, you're just gonna get schwacked. Because the Russians do get a mortar with a total of 6 rounds.
Yeah, they got two off-map support call-ins, two 82 mortar barrages, 6 rounds barrage. So yeah, and those require line of sight from a squad leader or command. A little bit stronger. I guess I don't know if it's a little bit stronger than what's coming in V17. Have you played any of the V17 stuff?
I haven't had a chance to actually get onto the V17 yet, which is sad because I really wanted to. But I think ours in the mod is uh, it's nerfed down a little bit just for the op's sake.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the other side of it is the implementation, right? So the mod that we're using compared to what's going to be coming in V17 it requires the commander. You have to have the commander there to actually give the okay for the order, and you have to have the SL there to put the mark on the map. You can't just unilaterally throw it in there.
Yeah.
It's my
That's
understanding.
the benefit that's the benefit that we have. Well, the thing with the commander is they're gonna, you got to be, depending on which side you're at, you either need to be at a fob, fully built fob, or a friendly vehicle.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's also different for the V17 thing. That's also different. The you can't call in off map support for a conventional force unless you're near a hab. Um, Unconventional forces can use vehicles as well as habs to call in to use the command map for all those off map support things. So it's a little bit of an advantage there for unconventional forces like militia and INS. At least as far as that. But they also get different off map supports. I would say they're generally weaker, but they might have a little bit more like downtime between them. We're not sure. V17 is sort of one of those things as it's still in the air, but for what we use is generally all based on the same stuff. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's pretty much what
are
it
they
is.
calling it V17 or are they calling it
Beta 1.
Beta 1?
I'm not sure. I think they're calling it Beta 17 because it's the 17th version, and I think technically it is one of those beta things that they have been. It's the beta, sort of one of the beta roadblocks. That's not the right word. Milestones, what I would say.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm in the game here. We're in the game now. Players have joined in. We're going to listen into a British command brief from Silas. Here, everyone's getting in the building.
All right, gentlemen,
Just
go ahead and open
listening.
up your maps.
And here we go. The British
I'm
command
just gonna
brief.
go down the squads by number, going through what their responsibilities are going to be doing. So first off, to start, the whole platoon's going to be moving along the south 13 row, basically in the tree lines to the south border of the map. We'll be using concealment there and speed to rapidly move our platoon westward. There's a lot of marks going down. The 5 creation marks I'm putting down are going to be our 3 primary objectives. We're going to try to hit those left to right roughly in terms of placing them down so that India 1248, the easternmost point, is going to be our defense point. To accomplish that, Squad 1 Jack Squad will be following... sorry guys, can you stop placing your marks, your arrows down, squad leads, just until I get done briefing? Jack Squad will be breaking off at roughly Hotel 13 and following the draw enemy path mark to the middle point, marked by Squad 1's mark. He's going to place a radio down there and then proceed north along the enemy path mark roughly to set up security on the northern hill at the Squad 1 mark to act as a buffer from any forces coming in from Selenik. Assault Squad, Squad 2, will be heading out west on the western flank. They're going to cross the river at roughly Fox 12-2 and move up on the western flank to set up MG positions somewhere in the general vicinity of those 2 and placed HMG marks on the west side of the river. I'll get to why they're out there here in a minute, but next Harz Squad is going to be breaking off when we hit the farmstead roughly over east at the India Juliet line, and they'll be moving up to roughly India 12, India 11, spreading out and providing northeastern security for any would-be flanking elements from the enemy. Dwarf Squad, Squad 4, will be... Stand by. Dwarf Squad, Squad 4 will be breaking off at roughly Gulf 13. They'll be heading north to the westernmost fob point. They'll be moving up with Assault Squad on their west, providing fire from the hills across the river. They'll move north, get that point secure, and once they got that point secure, they're going to move south around Squad 1 through their already captured point and take the final point in Farmstead, India 12-4, and maintain fob defense there. Harv Squad and Jack Squad will be providing external security, while Dwarf Squad will be internal security. Assault Squad across the river, once Dwarf has accomplished his mission on placing the Golf 12 fob, will act as a... Does anyone have any questions? Get them prepped for live.
Silas, you cut out for a lot of that, like the last about 30 seconds.
Well, I was transmitting. Okay, squad leads, go ahead and break them out and go over the finer details, because I don't know where I cut out at. Just fill them in what I missed.
Solid.
We're gonna be live in a minute 30.
All right, we got about a minute 30 seconds before we go live here. So the British plan, pretty straightforward. The 3 southern points. That's going to be the India 12-4, and they have the Hotel 12-1. That's a neutral point that they're going to take, as well as Golf 12-8-6. Golf 12-8, that's the last green point, so it's the green patrol. Pretty straightforward here. They're going to move around the south map border. Bunch of trees, bunch of hills here. Should give them plenty of height to be able to see far off distances, especially once they get over to Fox 13 and move north. You know, potentially a chance to really get in there, but I don't think that's going to happen. Wilbur, what's Russia going to do? I already see trucks over there.
Russia's got 2 squads down at Fox 12, basically right across the river from that G12 and H12 position. And then they have 2 that are up on H8 mine. It looks like they're mining the bridge in case any vehicles come across there, but I think they're going to take the peninsula at I9 and look and make sure that they're not going to try to put any fobs up on that north.
Well, I guarantee there's no vehicles going to cross. So, but I guess it's a time passing the time sort of thing. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Not mining. I'm sorry. I think they're going to rush across the river and try to hit them off.
Oh, okay, in the north.
Locations.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I was just talking.
All right. Yeah. So Hotel 8 is going to be if those red arrow marks are going to be what they're going to take. They're going to go all the way around down to Lima 9 and south from there. They're going to be pretty disconnected. I imagine they're going to get orders to basically cut south at Juliet. Maybe even, I guess, no, actually, they could make it pretty far in. If they don't have eyes on the British force, because everyone's on foot here. If they don't have eyes on the British force until they get to, like, the farm at, like, India 12, these guys could be all the way back here in Lima 8 after they cross the river. So it's significant.
They can get pulled out. Big time.
Yeah. So this is really bad potentially for Russia not having their whole force.
Yeah, because this is going to be just 2 squads, and we are live.
Live with round 1 of Two-Step Snake.
Is that the Suika squad?
Yeah, I definitely see an issue with the command is actually on the north side of the 2 platoons.
Okay, so he's going to be trusting his southern squad leaders to really report this right. as fast as possible.
Yeah, because we got Expert in command, Oddball, Karma Cut, Evan, and Alpha Guido as squad leaders on the Russian side.
Over here on British. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Karma Cut's down here on the south, so I think Expert is going to be relying on him big time.
Gotcha. Yeah, and for British, we got Silas, you heard gave the brief. Dorf, Assault, the Harv, and Jacko 800 are going to be his squad leads for today. Vehicles available for use? Bobby asking in chat. 0. There are 0 vehicles available for use in this operation. This is completely infantry-based. British will get access to some supplies once they make it to their last patrol point. Whichever last one they're going to take, which I think is going to be the farm. I think it's going to be the India 12 farm. So they're going to try to take it in a little out of order here. The last one there, so I believe that's what's going to be happening. They're going to try to reach out and take the Golf 12-8 position first, and then Hotel 12. And then I think they're going to set up camp at India 12 for, last, so they're going to stagger it a little bit.
Won't matter.
But that's generally the plan.
I'll say I really enjoyed my
I
time.
like your vote of confidence.
Yeah, they're definitely going to run into each other somewhere around India or Juliet because they are pushing hard.
Oh wow, yeah, I already see them on my map. Squad 3, Karma Cut in command of that squad, pushing all the way south of into Hotel 13. And looks like the British are trying to maneuver themselves a little bit further south here. and then get into 14 rank. Be interesting to see. Ooh, yeah. Look at this terrain too. The hill.
The difference is our whole platoon's going south.
I wonder.
Yep.
I wonder how. I wonder what formation these guys are going to take once they crest this hill. This hill right over here at Juliet 14-8 is sort of a big hill. It's probably the highest
Big and
point.
open.
Yeah, it's the
And
biggest.
open.
It's the biggest open hill, but it's the highest hill. So they got to push down. They either got to hold here and look and wait, or they're just going to run into the forest, which I believe they're going to just run into the forest.
And there, looks like Karmakut's got his people up on the other hill.
Yeah, I don't.
And,
How much
they're gonna
further
see
is
'em.
the Russian going to push? Or are they actually just getting in position down there in the south? Looks like they're still moving. Oh no, Karma's done, but Evan's got
Karma
a squad
sees 'em.
still pushing. Karma sees them already?
He's
Oh
calling
no.
them out.
About 500 meters at this point.
Jesus. 2 copies.
God.
3 copies.
Go contact range, be focused.
I can tell you the direction, but that would be metagaming, and I can't do that. That's against the rules.
And those 2 northern squads, they're going to start
Three, we're
moving
breaking
south
off and
now.
head north.
So made it out the kilo.
Oh man, I can see him from here. If I zoom my FOV all the way in, you can barely see Revy and Ronan right there. And Karma's looking out here with binocs as well. The British are still moving.
Oh,
They're
and
actually about ready
Walrus.
to move right into Evan's position here. Evan's guys are still in the open. They need to stop moving. Ooh.
Yep, here they come.
Oh wow. That's
Wasn't us, was it? We heard,
No,
they're gonna walk right into it.
we have 2 smoke
Yep.
missions though. 2
Yeah.
barrages.
Oh
They-
my god, it's in the
you'll
open.
Called out
Just make sure
2,
you
maybe
confirm
on
with me
whole,
right before you
maybe the entire team.
Oh no. Oh, this is
And
gonna be really
Can't even
bad.
see. Oh,
Pony and Phoenix are dead. They die right ahead. Here comes the mortars.
Alright, squad down low. 2,
Ooh,
engage with
misses.
contacts, try to stay aloft. 1, break off north now.
5B is running away. Assault is stuck on the top of this hill. 2 more misses. Maybe this barrage not gonna help in the grand scheme of things. Nope. 6 mortar rounds, all misses. What a great let out the gate there.
yeah, I think that was Bacon Batman that got that lat shot.
Oh, yeah, the Brits are going to try to skirt around using the southern map border. There's sort of a hill here that they can try to push along. So Dorf's trying to get his guys to scoot west, right into where Mr. GG, looks like Ezo, I think, who's that over here? Acid. They're going to be waiting for him. And Silent. Brits are slightly spreading off there. Looks like we got some pushes to the north, though. So 1 and 3 are going to bypass. Smoke going out. And that's pretty effective smoke.
There's guys on the map border.
And the Brits down here in the south have been spotted.
Hey, you want me
Copy
to push it
2.
west or breaking contact?
Break contact, dude. Go east. So we gotta fight 3. We're gonna have to change it up to an eastern approach.
Good copy.
Dwarf, get your guys in the defensive posture over here.
Get in 3 line.
You can push forward if you see fit.
Brits are still trying to push in here.
He's retreating. We're pushing up, falling back. Copy that. 2, hold off on the flank. I'm gonna have you follow up 4 instead, because they're making ground.
Yeah, get in here.
Copy, I'm taking, accurate ID, I gotta relocate.
Another mortar strike comes in. Not gonna hit anyone, I don't think. Everyone's pulled off. So both of the off-map supports have been used for Russia.
Yeah, follow over and support them.
Dorf is,
That's a shame.
Dorf's squad is still pretty intact here. He's gonna go ahead and try to push this southern map border. Reeps is getting shot at by the guys along the side here.
Start flanking these guys with
I'm
one.
hit.
Mr. GG getting shot at. He's got to fall back behind some cover. He gets hit.
Captain America.
Rocket lands pretty close to Boogie. He's still alive here.
Command, I have a fire team west about 100 meters, 150 meters. We're engaging.
Dorf is trying to communicate how boxed in he is.
Copy that, Dorf. Let me know what you need.
Ooh. Terrapin just gets destroyed. I think that was Evan or Bacon Batman. I think that shot came from the northwest. What a shot. Terrapin was just standing there.
Yeah, pull back a little bit. Pull back a little bit.
That's an AR down for Dorf's guys. They're gonna have to fall out. They have to retreat here. There's no way they can keep pushing this box. Oh, look at this. Jack's squad has just actually snuck straight through.
Yeah, it looks like Alpha Guido is taking the Russians on their far eastern flank and trying to work up behind them.
Are they entering Kilo 11 right now? Or Kilo 12, rather?
They are entering Kilo 12 and moving more west.
Pull Bravo teams down.
Yep.
I'm moving.
So Dorf is gonna
Copy. I'm gonna try to
moving a fire team in along the map border, and they're gonna try to actually get underneath this fire team that's pinning them down. So far, so good.
Yeah, Karma just called out those guys on the map border.
Yeah, there's still a squad down here.
Come on, we got contacts directly to my southwest 150
And
meters.
Jack has actually spotted Karma's squad.
Engage, but watch your northwestern security. 2, that contact's gonna be pretty much straight north of you.
Ooh, looks like Karma's actually moving off point. They're gonna fall back. Oh, someone marked it with red smoke.
Dorf, if I call in a smoke mission on that hill,
Yeah,
do you think
he's
you can get up there?
moving. I think he did actually see Jack's. I'm sorry, I thought he called out the map
Never mind.
line, but
Take
I
it.
think he called out Jack's squad. He's moving to it.
You got
Go for
contact
him.
on the other side of that.
Yeah,
Makes
he's moving
sense.
towards them.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes
he's
sense. And
moving
he needs to get in these woods right here. This hillside and these woods are going to give him plenty of cover. Maybe if he really wants to chance it, he could try to move across the road here, but I don't think he's fast enough. Matter of fact, an AR just
Yep, he
cuts
does,
through
yep.
his position. I think that's Merrick has got himself pinned up on a rock, and Mr. Doblina is trying to throw some shots back that way. Not finding hits.
I saw contact.
So Jack has a fire team stopped giving cover, and he's pushed a fire team up with him to the ruins right across the street where Karma is.
We need to always valid placement to place these radios. We need to work out first.
Yeah,
I need always valid on now, because I'm on point.
I'm on point as well. I can put mine down.
native hard, hold on yours. I don't want you to take that point yet. That's gonna be our last point.
2, go ahead, keep moving up to your west. You keep moving away from that side.
A little bit of a, okay, Jack's got a radio down, so they've cleared the first point. This is the neutral point.
3, go ahead and maintain that position. 1, if able, progress northwest and get that goal point.
Yeah, Karma's called out that they have one-time squad on that.
Yep.
What's going on? Maybe the Russians have run in on the north side? Who's this on the
Yeah,
back side?
so this, oh yeah, there's contact over here. Harv's in contact to his northeast. Let's take a look at that. Looks like Beer Hunter is dead, and Short Round might be next. And this is a really good position. Now, this is one of the places where they're going to need to put their radio, but they're going to hold on to it. They want to use this as their last compounds. They're going to try to hold off on placing the radio until they place a second radio more west, that other location. Short Round is trying to throw some smokes to get out here. Meanwhile, Scrooby, Kuba, and company are just throwing rounds this direction. Bartok's found himself a windowsill to mount on. He's trying to throw some rounds towards Liberal Pundit and his fire team over there. Looks like Clay J, Spludge, Yellow.
This is 4. here. Unless
Can you
you
crawl
guys
back?
able to make a movement.
Yeah,
or
just
north,
crawl
we
back. You
can't
should be
move.
covered. You're good.
Copy, this is 2 open. 2 and 4 start disengaging. We're gonna pull back and move up to support
Just crawl
1.
south.
It's a bit of a confusion right now. Oh my gosh, look at this. Alpha Guido's got a squad sweeping in a line. Moving west very slowly, but moving still pretty quickly. Really trying to slam the box shut here on
Good copy. We're bringing contact now.
2, 4, and 5 down here on the map border.
Okay, yeah, I see him. Yep.
2, when you're back, tell me when you're set and cover us.
They're trying to move away, so they think there's no one at their rear, so they're going to try to back out very carefully. But I think Dorf is still in contact with whatever remnants are hanging around here. Silence still hasn't pinned. But I think they're going to skirt very slowly using the map border.
Free, are you set right now?
Yeah, that's he wants me to.
Meanwhile,
Are you in contact right
Karma
now?
and a fire team are still hanging out at these, they're going to try to punch their way northwest here, using a bunch of smokes for cover. They're sort of, that's all they can do to advance in the open.
Yes.
Okay.
Kumquat and, looks like Kumquat and DZ trying to give them a little bit of cover as they fall back through the open field.
Alright, 4-2 set. You can pull back.
Pretty well executed maneuver here.
Yeah, this move to their northern side is really good up here. I mean, they really got Sergeant Jackson and Bartok.
1-3, how are you managing that
looks like the
contact down there?
Harv.
We're
We're going
about
to
to
cover them
pushing
from the west
now,
in
and
case
then
they
we're gonna
move
try and
across
dip
those
south.
Well,
fields.
it's also,
Copy, be careful
Do
on
you
the
want-
south.
they could be
There's
trying
a
to
Navy
move
prison.
back to secure the
try to get
position
this
they
way?
might be running towards
Are you
next.
able to move northwest at all, or is that where
Yeah,
you're
Which
contact?
is
we're gonna try and
possible.
move northwest now. Objective.
East of squad 2 and 4.
Oh, and
Yeah,
here we
they
go.
see 'em moving.
Alpha's
They
fire
see a
team has
Harv
moved
moving.
into,
Yeah, if able.
Alpha's
Jack,
fire team has
try to
run
try to
into
stealth
the
west
forces
objective.
trying to retreat in the south.
There's enemy east of
Although they have
Montparnasse.
taken some casualties.
I'm
Muffin
aware, I'm
Break
gonna go
has
down.
hit Lex Ryan a couple times. Silas is also hit. This is the command for
1B,
British.
My guys are getting shot from north.
And
When we push northwest.
what is this? Bad Taboo. What a name.
Oh yeah, they got them pinched.
Here comes grenades. Looks like 0 Point got
Man, there's contact east of
taken
us.
out. Grenade lands a
copy.
little
We're
short.
gonna have to pull it direct north or west.
Silas puts a bullet into Bad Tapogio.
Oh,
Muffin
Muffin!
Break, finally.
Oh, 3.
Muffin Break grabs 2 before he's gunned
I'm gonna
down
keep
by
moving
Lex
west while
Ryan.
You guys break through the east.
I don't think we're gonna be able to break to the
That
east.
was
That's the
definitely a
squad. At least
gutsy
fire teams
move
go
right
north to
there.
these woods. We
I
might be
think
able to
he
get by them.
was part of the spear that sort of just missed there.
I'll lead us in. I'll lead us.
Because they were trying to run away to the east.
Command, be advised, I'm taking contact from I-1277. There's a hill.
Hey, we got contacts east.
I-1277, copy.
There's a break in the formation here between Evan and Chef Adecan.
Alright, let's get out of here.
That fire team from Alpha Guido, if they can punch north and they can move it real fast, they might have a chance to get out of here, but it looks like Alpha is trying to close the door on them again. Yeah, Lex Ryan's retreated from the map border. They're staying one step ahead of these British guys in the south here.
Keep moving. Don't stop, keep moving.
They're actually moving towards Evan and Miyamoto.
Get out
Oh
of this
no,
kill
if they
zone,
crest
let's
this hill.
Yep, Evan just called him out right as you said something.
Here we go. Evan still has his binocs up. Dorf first on the drop, but Evan able to prone.
Alright, assault through.
Miyamoto's gonna break off and try to scale his way to the side. Silas gonna throw a grenade. That's a bad frag. Oh, Dorf actually eats one. And
Brother versus brother, Evan and Daniel.
well, it's 2v1. Meanwhile, smoke mortars suppressing Russian support here. Meanwhile, Silas and Daniel take out Miyamoto as well. So they finally have some daylight if they want to disconnect here. But Alpha is throwing his entire fire team in there. They just lost a man. Assault is probably single-handedly keeping these guys back. 8 Dukin is down. Maybe one more Russian. Assault throws a grenade. Actually gets head busted. What a throw. Blind grenade throw. So Assault getting 3 by himself. It's just Lex, Seneca, and Ibanez. I guess Alpha died as part of this.
Radio's down, radio's down.
Copy, Harv.
I
place
think
that
someone
point.
disconnected
Goddamn it,
from the
Harv.
rest of the
Get over there
point.
to the farmstead and place that point down. Jack, try to withdraw if able. 2, 4.
Oh wow, Jack has actually punched through and put down the second,
One time.
Copy that. Try to.
Jack actually punched through and put down the radio in the second point. And so now it's up to Harv.
Recapture the farmstead on your east.
Working on it.
Harv is moving back. If they can capture that, they can get supplies and really put down this radio down here. But Jack's squad able to retreat.
Command, this is 40. You want us to rally with you?
They're still being chased by Karma's squad.
We gotta get to the objective.
Oh, there's so much movement here just to try to understand what's going on. The remainder of Oddball's squad, or actually Oddball's squad, got a fire team running up the hill in this, in the forest here. They're about ready to start shooting Bartok Warrior, G-Man in the back. Sergeant Jackson has to hide on the other side of the rock. Give their position away, so Bartok and G-Man are definitely aware now. Ooh, Command gets shot. There goes, Russian Command. I think that might have been from Dubiscu or Frederick. I think it was Frederick.
Radio's down. Frank, what's your strength? I'm 8 strong. Copy that. I got 3 guys.
And the last point is down, so the Brits can begin to reinforce and build at any time now.
They're in H12.
But I think they just put the radio down and they're just gonna fall back and try to support.
Just have them hold on that last point. No reason to maneuver anywhere. If y'all hold, go firm in those buildings there, and I'm gonna maneuver and try to get to you. We just gotta defend that last fob, and you can drop. You should be able to build some materials.
Come on, this is one.
Yeah, Karma Cut has assumed command. Oddball's calling out people to the south.
Dubiscu's squad over here is basically done in. They're stuck in this little farmstead, or like, yeah, they're stuck in the little farmstead right here. These 2 buildings
Come on,
surrounded by Russians.
7 effective, lost our squad lead.
But he does have another fire team to the south.
Where would you like us moving?
We have to defend.
Oh,
the
here
last
comes Hida.
radio in India 1247. We defend that to the death. So I want all friendly elements to collapse in near that, and we're gonna defend it.
Ooh, Frederick tried to take some shots ahead of, didn't work out.
Back, then don't. Just knock the enemy down. But if we can get everyone collapsing in to defend that last radio, that's
Yeah, all the Russians have right now is Oddball and Karma and Command Chat. Everyone else is down.
Everyone else is isolated. Oh man, there's no other SLs up on the map right now. Wow, I guess you're right.
Yep.
Wow, all the other fire team leads and squad leads are dead. That's bad news. Dubiscu takes out Dublina. And that was as Kumquat tried to reach in there. Ooh, Karma's gun next. Karma going in through the door. Oh, he's actually going to go around.
Hey,
Doopy has to bandage.
I don't have any more bandages.
Me too.
Copy. That'll leave me in command, I believe. Yes.
Dubiscu's building surrounded. The Brits are having to fall back.
They think he's they think he's down in it. Oh nope, they just called it. They just called it.
Yeah, I think they heard some movement. I think Dubiscu stood up and then went back down. Yep, there goes. Yep, Dubiscu's done. Grenade.
I'm now in command. You need to get to
The last second scream. Oh. Where did that come from? Was that Merrick?
All elements on this frequency.
Wow.
Come to I-1247. Alamo position.
Wow, that guy got shot from, let me zoom in on Merrick's position. Look at this. on the opposite hill. It's almost a perfect setup for watching that back window. Right now we're looking at 18 kills British, 27 kills Russia. Ooh, Merrick got one.
Merrick's got them. He's got them locked.
He's got Karma Cut, or no, he's got Kumquat. Can he kill Karma and Viral as they run away? Doesn't look like he's going to try to shoot. I don't know if he can see him. Might be a little bit far away. But the British are really on the back leg here. They need to build up their base. They have their supplies now in hand, and Harv is going to build at the farm with Aslo and Raf. The Brits need to fall back to try to hold, but they're so spread out. I don't think they can mount an effective defense. Kuba is actually running in here and just killing people. And they get dropped. Bartok.
Yeah, Bartok. Yep.
Man, the Brits just have these awesome positions now. I wish they had these positions like, 20 minutes ago. These overlapping hilltops right here. All the cliff edges and elevated positions. That's what fighting in these hills is all about. It's brutally difficult. The trees and the foliage get in your way, and then you have these random hills in the middle of nowhere. It's not fun. Russia almost at 30 kills now. British break 20.
Lex Ryan's moving up on Sergeant Jackson and Bartok. He might see him.
Bartok's not looking. Sergeant isn't looking either. Here comes Lex. We'll see. I think Lex prone.
I just heard yelling.
Seneca kills Bartok. Lex is prone in.
Yep.
Right behind you, Jesus Christ!
He doesn't know Bartok's dead yet.
Yeah, and Sergeant Jackson just turned around and saw him clawing around in that bush. Let's see if Seneca can do anything. I know he heard him.
Yeah, Sergeant Jackson turned around, said he just killed Lex. Said he was right behind you. Didn't know Bartok was already dead. So Sergeant Jackson gonna run around here. Seneca. Ooh, he might see him now.
No,
nope.
He's looking the other way.
He's crawling up. He's crawling up to his north.
Seneca's there though.
He heard another shot.
Cheeky breaky.
Little cat and mouse game going on. Those two looking for each other.
Merrick is still alive, but he's about to run into a fire team plus. No, he's dead. I think Silent capped him from the hill.
I'm going to come in from the south of you.
And the remaining Brits are slowly converging on the last point. All the points have been dropped, but Harv hasn't built anything, I don't think. Or maybe he has, just has been a lot.
Are there any enemies in the village I should know about?
And that's it. There are no Brits outside the farmhouse now, and Big Rago.
33 deaths on the British side and only 21 on the Russian side.
Yep, Sergeant Jackson slowly making his way back. Big Rago moving up. I don't think Sergeant Jackson has command comms. Maybe he does. What group is he in? 3. Okay, he's in comms with Harv. He's in Harv squad. Big Rago is slowly checking buildings and...
Oh, hey, I need always valve placement off.
Yeah, the Russians are reconning, looking for the actual now radio. They're going to go to H12 and then I12. And I12's where their Harv is at, right?
Yep. I-1244.
What the fuck's
Should be
going on?
off.
Jesus Christ.
If not, just build this.
I think Harv's going to start building here shortly. Not going to have a lot of time to build a lot of things, but it's all come down to Russia having to look around.
Friendly coming from the south. Watch your fire.
Coming in, come on in.
You're teleporting.
I was lagging like hell, dude. Hey, dig this up.
Friendly,
I got like 3 of them here. Hey, friendly. Hey.
Big Rago makes it in.
Go with Sergeant Jackson in that building.
Okay. Coming in, Sergeant Jackson.
Unfortunate for British here. it just they got hard countered pretty quick. I think once they hit that south, and I saw those trucks that they were like, this is not going to go well, and 2 squads committed to the southern map border. That was a brutal.
On a hill. Yeah.
I mean, you could see what Xbit was trying to do with the strategy: send 2 squads all the way around, 2 squads all the way down south, and then sweep around the back, and then push in from the east. I think that's exactly what Xbit was trying to do there.
Yeah, Karma's pretty sure that their final radio is at I-12. So they're sending everyone to I-12.
Everyone's moving out. Very slowly, but everyone is moving out. Looks like Oddball just taking... I think he's trying to organize. Yeah, there we go. These guys are starting to move.
Both. Hey,
Sandbags coming up. The nearest Russian is still about 250 meters away. No real line of sight. I wonder if they're digging the radios. It seems like that's what they're doing. Is that what's happening? No, they're just holding the radio position. I think they're waiting for everyone to get online. And then they're going to push all at once.
Yeah, he's waiting right now. Karma's called out I-12 as the final position. They're going to wait for everyone to come in online.
That makes sense. Let's see how long 5 Brits can last against, what is this, like 15 Russians? Let's count real quick. Oddball has, let's see, 7, including himself. And then Karma has...
He's got 5.
2, 4, 6, 7. Alright, so there's 14 left. 14 Russians left, so that's close. Unless I can't count, which is possible. 14 v5, you know, 5 in the static position. Sounds easy, right?
Hey, it's defenders advantage.
Come on, come with me. Hurry up. Big row.
And they only get the, they do get a mortar and ammo crate. So the ammo crate is built in the second story of this opposite house. Everyone's rearming. The,
yeah, I just lagged like hell.
mortar isn't here yet.
Alright, start defense.
I don't think they're going to build the mortar. God, wouldn't that be funny? Just point the mortars basically straight up and just pick a direction and just start shooting. That'd be the most ridiculous thing that would actually probably, you know, give Russians a moment of pause.
In that house, yeah. Yeah, they can shoot through the fences and shit, so be careful.
So Oddball's moving his guys up to the north, and it looks like Karma is going to hold here to the southwest of that compound, just to see if he can get some eyes on people moving around.
Okay, Oddball's sending the fire team. Yeah. They're just trying to spread out here. There's no real high ground except in the north. And there's so many trees in the way between Karma's position and there.
They can conceal their ways up.
Yeah, he's not going to see you.
Really
very much. I think
Oddball
he's
is going to have the best eyes on here in a second.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were all to the west.
Oddball's got eyes on it.
I wasn't really sure.
Yeah, they're not really hiding.
They did come up behind us initially, but most of them were to the west, so...
Okay.
I imagine Karma's group is going to move out here pretty quickly then.
They're actually going to hold until Oddball
building,
makes...
there's nobody left.
Yep, he's opening up now. And then Karma's going to push.
Okay, it says Seneca
West, yeah.
throwing
Shit.
bullets into the teal building.
They're shooting through the walls? What the hell?
That sounds like it's coming from like 285.
RPG's coming in on the first story, on the one-story building.
Yeah, I see them. 290 in the rocks on the hill.
Oh boy. Big Rago finally gets eyes on where that
there's like
rocket came
Trinity
from.
on the rocks. West.
Calls it up the chain.
Yeah, copy that.
Yeah, that's where they're coming from.
Do I try to take a
Yo,
shot?
where's Daniel though? Oh, he died a while back.
No, just they're
Big
suppressed.
whoop.
They're
Okay.
suppressing. I mean, somebody's moving in.
Say it's just suppressive fire, guys. Suppressive fire.
Don't be looking
And Harv calls it for what it is. It's suppressive fire, and Karma Cut is now 20 meters outside the fence. He wants to get in here and clear this.
Hey, Raph, get on automatic.
I am Harv. I'm ready to do some damage.
Alright, reloading.
Raph is ready to do some damage.
I'm up.
Aslo actually has a really
anybody moving?
sick
Is anybody walking
position.
around?
Somebody's moving up. They're
Oh,
no.
Yeah, they're walking. I hear walking.
never mind. The
outside.
Raph and
the
Harv
western
hear
wall.
all the walking
southern
now.
wall.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah,
stacked in.
loud.
They're pushing around western wall.
Jackson gets shot out the window. I think a friendly tagged Karma there. Ooh, grenades.
Nade.
They're trying to throw a grenade at
Grenades out.
Big Rago's building. Big Rago's dead, by the way.
They
They're
threw
coming
a
in. They're coming in.
next to me.
Raph, coming in. 3, 4, 5, 5, 5 coming.
Oh. Raph getting 3. Raph gets 3 before he goes down. Brilliant. And is Harv dead from upstairs? Yeah. So, actually, I think it's GG now, because Aslo right now. I think that's going to be GG. Yep, so that's round 1 in the bag.
Yep.
Woo. Here we go. So, the end of round 1. Sound Russian victory. Russians obviously with the superior position. Just too good for what the Brits were going to throw at them. Anyway, we've got a second round coming up very shortly. So if you guys just hang on for a few minutes, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more Operation Two-Step Snake. All right, we're back with round 2 of Operation Two Step Snake. I'm bcarr. Joining me is with me is Wilbur, and we're gonna think about what happened. Just a couple things that sort of came to mind that I didn't really touch on there at the end of round 1. Wilbur brought this up, and it's sort of, I had to think about it for a second for it to really connect with me. It's kind of amazing how far Jacko 800 squad got into the Russian area. Like, Russians had that sector locked down to rights. And Jack was able to punch through to the neutral point and then punch through the farm in the 10 file and actually put that down. It's kind of impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, that's hard to do when you got 2 squads basically in your sector and you're only 1 squad pushing to both places.
Yeah, and it was kind of just like the perfect storm of Jack's an aggressive squad leader. We all know that. He jumps over fences. He doesn't care. He has to think twice about who's going to shoot. No, I'm kidding. That was from earlier today. But no, Jack's an aggressive squad leader. But it also was just sort of the perfect storm of where he decided to push through. He pushed directly there from the ruins. I think he pushed off north a little bit, but that's because he had to, because he was in contact. And then he pushed straight northwest to the farm. Like, the Russians hadn't maneuvered there yet. Nothing else was happening. It was kind of brilliant. It really was kind of brilliant. But that was round 1. We're going to switch teams here. So everyone's going to switch teams. All of our Russian squad leads and leadership going to be on British this time around. So Expit's commanding British with Evan, Esme, Karmakut, Alpha Guido, and Oddball.
Yeah, nothing's changed on the British side. We still got Silas in command. We got Jack, Harv, Assault, and Dorf, all really strong squad leaders.
Oh, except they're on Russian now.
Yes, Russian, sorry.
Yes. For those of you not familiar, missed round 1, Operation Two Step Snake is a patrol operation. 3 patrol points must be hit and cleared. The British can do these in whatever order they like. But they are restricted to 1 of 2 groups. They can either choose group green, which are the farm points on the map. They can choose group red, which are industrial points. The white neutral points that you see here on the map count for either team, or for either group rather. So they can take, like last round, they could take 2 green points and a white point. They could take 2 red points and a white point. Or they could just take all 3 green, all 3 red. So they can also take the 2 white points and just 1 other point, which is kind of nuts. But I wouldn't be surprised if Expit tried something like that. Although I think Expit is probably more of a mind to try to push through to Hotel 1144 and take a red route this time around. I think that's what he might do. Alternatives could be something like taking India 12. And then pushing north to Juliet 10. The real thing was, one of the other things that kind of struck me about early round 1 was how fast Russia were able to get through. I didn't expect Russia to be all the way inland, like as far south and as far east as they were, so early on in the round. It didn't even occur to me that Russia could get in a firefight with the British on that southern map border, but that's what happened.
Yeah, Karma pushed his squad real quick, real fast, like no breaks. They, as soon as live hit, they were across that river.
And it's a little bit, it's not as hilly probably where he crossed, so he had a little bit of extra time. All the other points along that river, I think on the west side, are all like cliff edges or something like that. Maybe you could like sort of get to the bottom side of the hill. Or maybe there's like a road that runs alongside, I think further to north though. But it's kind of like a really steep hill right there. Except for that little spot in the south where everything evens out. It becomes this wide open like river situation. And I think running across there probably saved them like 30 seconds in the grand scheme of things, having to negotiate the hills on either side of the river.
It's all about map awareness. You know, if you know these maps, I mean, you can definitely use it to your advantage in these ops.
And it's not like you're being asked to, come up with all the crazy, you don't need to know every single detail about these maps, but the general lay of the land, when it comes to hills and elevation, having a preferred path or taking the path you take on a regular basis in pubs, that informs just as well in pubs as it does we play operations like this. It looks like we are going to get an ND. We're going to, I think we're having squad level briefs for British this time around. Welp asking in chat to sign up for SOT Basic. Do I look at the calendar on the website? When we have a course ready for, that's ready for applicants, you will find it on the calendar. Just make sure you sign up on our website and then link your Discord with everything as part of the setup process. That's all explained. Just follow those instructions and then you should be able to sign up for a basic when it appears on our calendar. I'm not sure we have one ready right now. I'd have to double check.
Yeah, not on the calendar yet.
All SWAT courses are subject to availability, so we don't announce those. We don't announce the availability of these courses to the public beforehand. So just keep an eye on the calendar, and you shall eventually be able to take one of these basics. Once you have a basic under your belt, though, you'll be able to participate in pretty much anything we got going on. We're getting slow. I think we are going to have a platoon brief here on British. So, what do you think the British are going to do? You got any predictions, Wilbur? What do you think? What do you think the British plan is for this round? No next bet.
I'm thinking that he's going to go pretty risky. I have a feeling that he's going to try to just stay up on that northern side. Probably try to hit H10, J10, and maybe K9. I mean, after seeing that everyone tried to seeing in the first round that a southern push probably failed, I think he's going to try to keep it up to the north where it's more dense. And
also, where the furthest the Russians are going to have to run to. We're just another couple of seconds here starting to, unless Karma's going to brief his guys separately, which I think they're still going over some basic what's going to happen here. Might be a more specific plan for his guys.
Yeah, the Russians are sending 3 squads down south and only 1 up north.
I mean, even that makes sense if you just think about it. Like, there's more access points to cross the river safely in the south. I think, obviously, the north, the bridge is the most obvious thing, but you could also take that peninsula. Peninsula at India 9, like 2, and that could be that could be high ground as well as, a relatively easy place to cross the river. And also that hill access right there, you could really cut off the British trying to rush through to the northwestern points. Okay, these guys are heading over here now, so we're going to head and you'll be getting a brief here from Expit, see what the British are going to do for round number 2.
What kind of platoon formation is this, fellas?
Oh, hey, look, it's Ronan the Christmas elf. Hello, Ronan the Christmas elf.
Good night, chaps.
Oh, God.
All right, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the second round of Operation Two-Step Snake. We're going to be going live here in about 2 or 3 minutes, so I haven't seen an announcement yet. So let's just go over some basics. Your squad leaders have already briefed you in the plan. We're going to be doing a 3-squad push north and then clocking ourselves west. We're picking the red route tonight. We're going to use the white neutral in Kilo 9-1. So I just want to go over some basics here. As you saw, the British in the first round were very aggressive. So you need to play the same way. Use bounding fire, overwatch, let your ARs do the talking, If you're trying to do assault compounds that you know are occupied so that we can put our fob in there, use your fragmentation grenades, and always clear buildings with buddies. Sitting on the hills, we got to remember to keep your profile low. You don't want to get picked off just because you're skylining or you happen to highlight yourself against something that you don't see in the background that makes you an easy target. So always mind that. Also mind 360-degree security when you're halted. The Russians may flank you. You never know what's out in the forest waiting for you. It's going to be a long fight. Probably a lot of ammo is going to get blown by the time we get to their last point. So if there's a possibility of conserving it, do so. But always overwhelm them with firepower when you have targets or are asked for suppression. So any questions? Okay, great. Couple of minutes. I'll let squad leaders do some final stuff. Just to have fun, and hope to see you at the last point.
There we have it. It's,
have fun.
The northern route, eh? Nice call there, Wilbur.
We get lucky sometimes.
I mean, it's basically the Russian push out. It was just, I don't know if it was really luck or it was just the best possible thinking given all the information he had. But anyway, so British, I thought I heard 3 squads north. So I think there's going to be a squad rushing the Kilo 11 point, and there's going to be the remainder of the platoon is going to push north and then hang around the intersection Mike 9-7, and then push west and then south from Kilo 8 somewhere directly on to Kilo 9. Then I guess they'll just figure out how to make it work in India 10 as their last point. Or was it India 10 or Hotel 10? I think it's Hotel 10 is supposed to be their last point, but I could be wrong.
Oof. That's that is definitely ballsy.
This is the formation we'll use this whole op, guys.
Yeah, so the Russians, they're going to have one squad on the northern
put
side,
Charlie
right,
one,
Fox 9. They're going to have another one
you guys
at
are Charlie 2.
Golf 9, and then they're going to have another one at Golf 10, and then they're going to have 2 down on that southern push. I think they're going to be the ones that are going for the border.
All right, we're live, so let's see what unfolds here. Round 2 of Operation Two-Step Snake. Stepping off. Everybody's running on the ground here. Everyone's running across, running in front of each other. It's like someone yelled break and everyone just ran away.
The server.
The big calm before the storm.
It's not rushing yet, just die.
So Karma's squad, is this Karma's squad over here? No, Evan's squad is running for the first point, straight across the field. Everyone else is pushing north out of British Main. Gotta love these fields. I personally like Gordok, just in general.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of my, it's definitely like sound design and like layout. It's definitely a good map.
I feel like there's like, you know, like if you run it to hold an op within like, you know, 4 grid squares anywhere on the map, I think it would make sense. Aside from the river, but I mean, you know, just, you know, 1800 by 1800 meter box, just pick one anywhere on the map, and I think you could make a pretty good operation out of it.
Yeah.
Imagine being running away from danger. Imagine.
I'm thinking that the Russians are just
We
going to
face
create an
danger, we
entire
kill 'em.
line and just
Kill 'em all.
push east.
This is the boys.
We started their families too.
You've seen some pips come up with the map here. I see squad 2, skis 3, 4, and I see command. Okay. I still don't see squad to the north.
Yeah, squad 2 is the farthest one to the north.
Oh, okay.
And you got squad 1 down in the south, squad 3 in the middle, with squad 4 to their south.
So squad 1's pushing the map border. Or like south of that road. Ah, there we go. Okay, this line makes more sense now. So right now, Evan has just placed down the first radio in Kilo 11. And looks like they're gonna continue pushing forward here. The rest of the platoon is now getting ready to enter Mike 9. Sort of Lima 9, Mike 9, right on the Lima Mike grid line. Ooh.
Yeah, the only other map that's kind of like Gordodoc is Yeho when it comes to these ops.
Yeah, Yeho has a lot of... We played on Yeho we played on Yeho? Yeah, we played on Yeho earlier today. It's different because all of the village stuff is more concentrated and the villages are bigger. There's also...
This is 2, walking pace, over.
I think there's more potential for
Eyes out on the forest to our west. Currently no
moving
signs of contact.
through. There's the hills is different as well. The hills are different as well.
We're open for miles
Everything's sort
around,
of built
so-
on a slope at a certain point. I feel like there's a general
Joe,
slope
you
going
got
on
that road.
Yeho that doesn't really seem apparent when you're on Gordoc, like the rolling hills area that we are on the eastern side of the map.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely better than Mestia, if that's how you pronounce it. That thing is it's just like it's like a hill climb simulator.
Oh, Mestia. Yeah, you're not wrong. Although I do, it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. I kind of like it, but, you know, I like all these crazy maps. Let's, personally, I'd rather have, oh, hello.
Yeah, that was a detonation back at Russian Main, one of the vehicles going.
Standard. The Brits are moving in, still gonna hook around. I think they might abandon the hook, per se, and just form a line and just push west from Lima 9 into Kilo 9. No contact yet.
No eyes on anything inside the tree line right now.
Yeah, because there's that field that's directly west of 4 right now. So they're just looking across the field. It's about a football-sized field, yeah. Maybe a little bit longer. Yeah. It's definitely a little bit longer.
Yeah, there's definitely like a tree line here at Juliet 10 that's keeping 2 squads from seeing each other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Oh, yeah, because Don't Get Shot, Best Pony... Whose squad is this? Assault Squad. They're sort of in... There's a little there's a little hill right behind this farm area here, where it's sort of pre-built with Haskos. They're just sitting there. And personally, I would just push it to the farm compound and hold there, but even then, there's still problems. Like, there's no real good place to hold for contact unless they were on, like, maybe the hill to the north, the hill to the northeast of those blue buildings. Although, in the wrong place, you could get cut down from your east pretty easily. I mean, I don't have a problem with this position. There's enough wide open space for them to engage over long distance. And all these guys are really doing are just observing at this point. It's,
Russians, India 11-5-3.
well, you know, never mind.
Harv just
India
called in.
1153.
Copy, India 11-5-3.
Yeah, Harv just called out the British forces. They're engaging down to the south.
Oh, yeah. And Evans actually pulled back. He called out contacts a little off, but they have...
This is Squad 2. I have partial eyes on compound up.
Alright, 2.
Wow, is that Silent just going ham? That's Mr. GG going ham. Just drilling the woods as best he can. He's actually getting pretty close. Shots are lighting all around Bartok. Bartok didn't have that tree there, he'd be dead already.
3, this is 2. We're beginning our push.
Wow, Mr. GG doing really good with the AR there.
2 got a fire team coming to assist.
Oh, yeah, those are real close to Bartok.
This is a really good position. Bacon's just spotting for Mr. GG.
Yep.
And it's a clear shot. They really need to displace. They're just hanging out here though. Maybe these guys are being told to hold position. The fire team is spreading out a little bit to the south. G-Man might be able to get another AR to suppress the hilltop over there. It's kind of obvious.
Yeah, the Russians, I think they know that they're going to be trying to go the red route because they're just setting up a line of defense and just basically observing.
Well, I mean, the Brits are going to have to cross that line, so it just all depends on where they're going to cross at. Meanwhile, a fire team plus is now shooting at Mr. GG and Bacon Batman. Just on this hill in the middle of this field.
Out in the open.
Well, they have defilade. If they run to their east, they can just link around. They can circle around back in the field and get back in the tree line, rejoin their groups. Or they could just run straight north and risk it, but there's no need for this urgency right now. So they could just chill here.
I have called out 2 squads west of me in India 11.
Alright, copy 1. If you start a little too overwhelmed...
So Evan has overestimated the size of the force in India 11. He called 2 squads.
Yeah, fuck you. Squad 3, go ahead.
Although it's... in the grand scheme, it's not going to mean anything. It just means that Expedit's just not going to go south. Matter of fact, he might actually hold these guys here to make sure he doesn't get... make sure they don't flank around. Hold them here as a screening force.
Command, list 2's got center control. We're going to pull in north and start moving towards 3. Prepare for a river crossing.
And point 2 is down. So the neutral point up north in Kilo 9 has been taken. So the other red route, the other red points available are Hotel 10-4 and Hotel 11-4.
Alright, we're clear here, command.
Would it be the ultimate meme if he just ran across the river and came out the backside of the river and just went straight south at the train bridge?
I mean, there's no restrictions on them not doing it, so I mean, they could easily do it right now.
Dude, I think they're doing it right now. They're moving out northwest. Evan's guys are pretty much holding a position. There's a fire team. Looks like he split his ARs. So Evan's got a fire team.
3.
Yeah, Evan's got a fire team. Evan's squad 1 for Russia. Or, sorry, for British. He's got a fire team on the rocks right outside of where the gas station is, where they put the first radio. He's got the Mr. GG and Bacon on the hill in the middle of nowhere. Actually, Silent is might be trying to rejoin. He might be actually going north here.
One's command. All 3 squads are breaking from your north at your disengage and move north.
Oh, so the command from the order from command is one is to if one can disengage cleanly, break and form and regroup to the north. Yo, so we're gonna see Brits go across the river and try to run in the backside of the Russian formation.
It's kind of loud in here. Was that directed at me?
Yeah, Jack's down in the south on that map border. He's about to send out a fire team, buddy team, and try to probe the south and see if they get contacts. I don't think the Russians know where the Brits are at all.
They know where that AR team is set up on the hill, but I don't think there's anyone else really firing. It's just Mr. GG and Bacon eating all of the rounds, and they're all missing.
I know there's some high ground around like Gulf 10-4, Gulf 10-7. Get set up there and harass them a bit.
Assault is watching the river, so they got to make this. They got to make this push quick.
Oh, if they cross north, oh, they're not going to cross north the river. Oh, it's not good. Actually, squad 2 here. I think that's Karma squad. Could be very much problem very soon.
Radio and then bounce across the river at those rocks in the docks.
Yeah, Assault's got that north covered. He's going to see Karma cut.
Oh, once they get to those rocks right there, I think Assault's guys might open up here very soon. It's good on Assault for keeping eyes on the Assault's position. Oh, yep, he might have seen them on the rocks. I don't know. He's looking. Any news from Russian command comms?
Just to keep eyes north. That's it. They haven't heard anything about anybody.
Oh yeah, he has Pony redeployed to the north now. So I think he's. Oh wow, I think Karma has. Ooh, he's not looking this way quite yet. If he scans a little bit to his left, he'll definitely be able to see Pony set up over here. Although there are some trees in the way. Nope, they're actually shooting. They're shooting at Jive and 0 Point on the hillside.
Yeah, Assault just reported them.
Oh, major casualties. Karma might bleed out.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
No. No, Karma stabilized, but he's on red. Viral chain is dead. Karma instantly gets that medic on him real quick. Karma almost died there.
Well, those are some accurate shots. Ronan just goes down. Accurate. And
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's
not good.
Pony.
Yeah,
Is that
Pony on the bipod. Here comes mortars.
Oh!
Shit, we gotta.
They need to displace. The rocks. The mortars are just barely missing. And that's the first barrage done. Karma survives. Frost and Doblina.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, Karma,
Wow,
Frost,
that
and
landed,
Doblina
like,
all
right on
survived.
top of him.
One of
Wow.
them landed right on the other side of the rock that Karma was
Copy,
there.
copy.
And they are breaking contact pretty forcefully now. Oh, and another mission coming into the north. At the radio tower where some British soldiers are sort of hiding out. They're all getting in containers, so both of the off-map supports used for British.
I've used smoke barrage.
And Karma just called in, he used a smoke barrage. So he's put a barrage on 0 Point Jive and that fire team, but Assault and Pony don't get shot, also sending out rounds towards Karma squad.
If you're getting contacts from your south, I can push the fire team to try to hit them on the side.
I think they just use both of them.
I-10-5-1, that's wrong.
Oh no, those are just smoke grenades, or I don't know.
Smoke mortars.
They use both smoke mortars already?
Mission to push south.
Looks like it.
Maybe I missed the first one.
Yeah, copy.
Oh no, I didn't miss the first one. I just looked away from the first one. I saw that second mark come in. I'm like, is that happening again? What?
Make your route so that we can.
So that's both of the artillery smoke barrages for British used. no more masking movement happening here.
Copy that. So go inland pretty deep.
Okay, so squads 3 and 4 crossed at the radio tower. That's north in Hotel 7. So it's all the running game for the British forces now. Karma is stuck on the east side of the river with Evan. They're going to try to reform the line here, make sure Russia doesn't try anything funny, I think. And they're waiting for the other 2 squads to get in position.
Copy. I'm pushing a fire team to kind of help you.
We still have it.
Yeah, Jack is on the other side of the river now on the west side. He's moving north. I think he's going to run into Squad 3 at some point in time.
Oh, he's moving... Where's he at? Fox 11 now, right now, or...?
Yeah, he's at Fox 11. They're moving north. That's their whole job, just to move straight north.
Yep, I see... No, I see Jack right there in Hotel 11. He's not quite there across the river.
Rally Fox 10 and we'll see where squad 1 and 2 are at with contact.
Copy that.
Just long-range firefights now as British are trying to maneuver here. Karma's gonna go in on the field. Karma's moved in right next to Assault. The field to the east of Assault. He's gonna set up position here.
Fold in, hit him from with pinch with 3 over.
Copy that. Remember, there's Connor in jail.
But they know they're there. There goes Pony.
Pony almost takes Frost's head off. And here comes the British returning fire here. Pony has to displace. Assault's trying to give him a little bit of cover, and does so. Frost almost gets his head taken off there. That's amazing. Oh man. Someone put a GL smoke right there.
Yep. Moving south.
I don't know if that was intentional. Blue smoke just signals where they are.
British GL, or was that a Russian GL?
I think it's a British GL.
This is like they got the final rear head.
Yeah, because remember, FTLs get smoke markers, GL launcher.
That's right, yep.
I think the Russians do the same, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if Karma can get his guys further down south in this trench, and he pushes in at a more, southeast position, and pushes into this village, I think they got a good chance of taking out all of Assault's squad.
Full, if that was me.
Okay. Just noticed I'm getting some stream performance problems.
Trying to get 1-7.
I'm not sure if it's my rig.
No, I'm seeing it too.
Okay, I'm not sure if it's my rig or if it's... Yeah, it must be the encoder. Oh yeah, it's definitely the encoder. Jesus H, 30% CPU usage. Yikes. Let me try to change something real quick.
Roger.
Alright, I changed the setting down. I don't know why it was dropping out. I don't know what it is, but maybe like all the smoke was having some problems earlier.
I'm trying to meet up with you so that we can the objective in between. The same thing, same deal as like last round.
Also could be a connection issue for me, but I'm not entirely sure.
Copy. Since we're a lot further from 3, we're gonna actually head a bit more south, maybe into like Fox 11, and come in from like direct west.
Make those changes for y'all. Apologies for the stream dropping.
Wait, you said they're in the compound to the west?
Rounds are bouncing off? What?
Yeah.
I think Bybee was trying to add some rounds towards Karma here.
Yeah, the gunshots, so it's not too far away.
Yeah,
Hotel 11.
They're on the rocks behind the compound.
I was just going off.
Hotel 1144.
Yeah, guys, I don't know what happened there. It could have been OBS reporting some packet loss issues. I'm seeing I dropped about
Alright, Revy.
at 60 frames a second. I might have dropped about 30 seconds of frames
Still
there. Yikes.
Paying attention just to Mr. and Mr. GG and Bacon Batman, and now they're going to send a fire team out just to flank those two.
Very accurate.
I think they still think it's a squad element.
Ooh. Alpha's actually got his squad pushed all the way far south here. This could be...
Jack over here on the on the west.
Yeah, well, even Alpha Guido west of the river is pushing down into Fox 11 right now. If he pushes into Hotel 11, that could be the most ultimate play I think I've ever seen in this operation.
We're there. Here. We're to our east. We're
before to your east.
Having some connectivity issues with the server itself. A little rough, but it's still playable right now.
Hey, 2. I will
off 10 coming in from their north.
Them with you straight.
Straight west.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Door Squad on the left side. I thought it was Jack's.
7. I'm gonna send a fire team, and then one fire team will suppress that.
Oh, does Dwarf have a... Wait, what?
Yeah, and Dwarf just called out the squad on the west side, the British.
I don't even see Dwarf on the map here. He's squad 1? Oh, wow. Wait a second. I want to fly over here. I didn't even see that happening.
Yeah, 3. There's contacts on the rocks about...
Oh, Alpha Guido is so in trouble. He's so much more in trouble than he thought. He moved past Dwarf's squad, and Dwarf has sent a fire team north. Oh, yikes.
Oh, they see him, yeah.
I think Alpha just died.
We're getting wiped
Nope.
out. You advise we're cutting west now.
Oh, no. They're stuck in this tree cluster right here. Oh my gosh. And they're getting cut down.
Yeah, we're
Hadouken is dead.
We're getting hit from the east and the north.
Alpha's dodging grenades. This is rough. Spacing kind of poor right here. Everyone's kind of panicking, shooting back.
You got 3 of them. Jimenez, Cloud, Kicker, and Strax just right next to each other. One grenade, and they're all out.
Yeah, I think Styric was healing someone, and then it split up here.
Enemy contact.
East and very close. Meters of us.
I think a squad is trying to come to their rescue from the north right now. Yeah, squad 3 is trying to run from the north and trying to get there. Could be getting there pretty...
Chaka's gonna get taken out real quick.
Kuba in front, definitely possible. There's a little bit of a hill right here. It's kind of hard for these guys to see. Maybe if they come a little bit more into the south here. I think Kuba's now going to start to turn. Is anyone going to see him? I don't think anyone's paying attention. They're going to hear this AK fire, though. They should switch sides here. Expert I actually run at Chaka and shoot him in the back.
Kuba looks like he's running up to this hill where Warrior and Big Rago.
Makes a lot of sense. I'm still hearing some fire across the river. Oh, yep. Kuba's going to throw a grenade up the hill.
Oh, I think close.
Oh, he heard Daniel running.
Oh,
Daniel gets cut down. And the jig is up. Big Rago turns around. Warrior almost shot off the top of the hill.
Or Chaka got him out. Expert got him.
Wow. And Karma coming up over the comms saying he's broken through the center. That's exactly what's happened. He's broken through that wall that Russia had put up on the east side of the river. He's push through Assault's position. He's got about 6 guys with him. He's actually pushing towards Silas. Ooh, no. Bad Topoggio. A little short with the grenade throw there. I think it hit a tree.
Command goes down. Silas is down.
Squad in chaos in the center of their formation. Over.
Karma needs to keep moving down to Hotel 11 and start thinking about putting that radio down. Looks like the ambush over here in the west seems to have fizzled. Evan's actually getting ready to run into Harv's squad.
Object Hotel 10 if you want.
So much action going on in here right now.
We're going for 10-4 now.
Copy.
Oh, Karma's going to try to make a run to the north. He wants 10-4. I don't think Evan's squad sees G-Man. Oh, no, I was lied. Moneyman and Evan knocked down G-Man. Beer Hunter and next to the list. Beer Hunter got hit, but he's back in the cover. Meanwhile, we're going to go back up to Karma's squad.
Yeah, Jack and him are right across the street from each other, but it looks like Karma sees him.
Hotel 10.
Karma wants to try to push into Hotel 10. That's bad news. He's going to push straight into Jackal 800 and Frederick here. Here we go.
He's dead.
Heta hits Frederick.
I need bandage.
Squad 3. Contact straight west. 100.
Karma puts 10 on the radio.
0.
And the supplies are down. Ooh, Karma almost gets naded as he runs away.
Yeah.
Be careful.
I need a bandage. I'm all out of bandage. I'm all.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I got one.
Did Frost say he was out of bandages? I think Frost just said he was out of bandages. Kumquat gets hit himself.
I hit my hit.
Jack goes down for Karma.
Take the birch.
Kumquat's gonna bleed out before Karma can bandage.
Fuck.
We're gonna come up from that.
We're gonna cheerlead. I am going to rocks.
Karma's gonna bleed out. He has no bandage.
Sorry, Kumquat.
Oh, maybe Frost does have a bandage.
Oh fuck, it won't let me do anything.
No, he can't heal without a bandage.
I am going to bleed out on objective there. Contact northeast of me and east of me.
Yep, Karma's gonna bleed out. No one has a bandage near him. Oh my gosh.
Am I gonna die?
Copy to only northeast, nothing west.
Must have been a bug.
I have nothing west. I have no idea. I'm running out of
There
gas.
we go. Jesus, that was a hell of a bug.
2. I'm gonna try to
Oh, wait.
flank your east.
Maybe Frost did have a bandage. Alright, looks like the
2, you got friendlies coming in from the south.
Brits are running across the river now.
Just hold on.
They're moving right to left.
Oh, I was about to chew up, man.
So Blina gets destroyed by D-Leak.
Well, I can handle direct west if you want to slide more on the
Yeah,
north
the
side.
Russians are definitely in trouble. They got 17 deaths compared to the British only with 8.
Yeah, there's a
Their
lot more
command
Brits,
down.
but their
This
Brits
is
are off
medium.
point. Evan is trying to run as fast as he can, and most of Russian defense is now here, but Harv is still off point. He needs to really come up from the south and really make an effort here. Although, I hear a lot of those shots being fired from Evan's guys.
Yeah, that Bacon Batman and Mr. GG with that AR again.
On the wire.
We're engaging them.
And I think the Brits are going to collapse back in here, so it might work out for them.
Alright, Karma, we're approaching your ridgeline to your southwest. We'll set up in a second.
Brits now reinforcing Karma. That was nuts.
Still got contact. At least a fire team northeast side of the objective. Over.
Get some binos here.
Roger, getting a fire team.
Russians are trying to reposition using these using the hill in the cover that they can. They know they won't have that position for much longer, so they're trying to get back up here and stop British from pushing in. Because, and just look at Evans guys. Evans guys are going to slowly come up over this hill, and just it's going to be a British sandwich here in a second.
Absolutely.
There's still some foliage in the way, and Russia could really, if Russia extend north like they are, they have a shot at making this stand a little bit longer here. Doobie Scooto's down to an AR.
3-3, contact close to your east, H10, 8-9.
Understood.
Kuba goes down to the north, and I think Expert just killed D-Leak. Scrooby coming up the hill here. Kills Assault.
Assault, yep. That's another squad leader down.
Screen that southeast if possible.
Lima Bean is bandaging right now, but if Scrooby comes over... it's going pear-shaped for Russia. No, they're not. They're just going to use this hill and just shoot at anyone in their way. Expert dies in the meanwhile. Where is the Harv? Why is he taking so long?
I'm going around north.
Hyman Bean's gonna go down the hill and around. He's gonna make his life count. Here comes Splotch.
Got one.
Splotch kills Lima Bean. But he needs to bandage. Ooh, Oddball's running away.
Medic.
I think he just killed Bybee. Oh my gosh.
Command's down. One, you're in command.
Okay, contact east of me. Contact direct east of 2.
You had me at Jello. Can't win the duel against Jive.
We're watching the southeast.
Copy that.
Ooh, spectator cam, a little buggy right now.
3, try to work on those contacts and push through them.
I'm jumping around everywhere.
He got Shadow Soldier just took out Jive.
Don't get shot holding off a fire team along with Pony from crossing the road. Ooh, and don't get shot. Get shot from his southwest. Pony is looking both directions. He's expecting people to come over on his left side here.
3 is
25 kills for Brits, 15 kills for Russia.
Roger, this is 2. We're 2 effective on point proper. Over.
Understood.
Oh, I think I might be losing connection.
They're popping smoke to your southeast. We don't quite have eyes on, but we don't
And
want
he's
to push
shooting
them.
across long shots to Batman and Silent.
Copy. Yeah, I got green smoke billowing.
But he's in an open field, and he's got British on both
solid.
sides
We
of
got
him.
locked right now. Over.
Solid copy.
He's got Miyamoto and Sled V coming out.
I've got
All right.
contact moving right to.
Lots of connection issues happening on my end now. Jesus H.
I'm getting
Okay.
aggressive, moving on it now. Over.
Anyway, the Brits are moving in.
I guys are crossing the road now. We're gonna try to get a bit closer on these southeast side.
Making Batman over here by himself.
Squad 2 leads pushing infantry right
Wait, hold on, not Big Batman. Silent, running down the hill, has actually slipped past Bartok and Sergeant Jackson. They're going to go back around. Meanwhile, the Brits are still getting closer here. They're pushing past their radio position. They're trying to clear everything out. Karma walks up on Macho Man
Flanked from the east. That's in your 10
and kills him.
Nice shooting.
Roger, east side.
Yeah, it's a connection issue on my end, guys. Many apologies, but I'm not sure why it's doing that. Oh, another thing I have to look into. Jeez. The Russians look like they're done, though. I think that was the last guy.
No, you
on
still
the
got
point.
Bartok's Warrior.
The
and
Harv squad
Sergeant
is still
Jackson
down there.
moving in.
Why is the Harv squad is so far behind?
Command comms are down. I mean, I don't think he understands exactly where everything is going down.
Oh, that could be the case. Although I would figure following the fire would be a good indication.
Take this moment to rearm.
Bartok and Sergeant might be able to get a few more kills. They're moving into... They're moving west. I guess they're trying to move towards 3.
We have heavy northeast support. Suggest we get eyes west and south. Over.
Copy. 1, you're in force over here on the east, right?
Yes, but we're only 4 men and 3 men at my position right now.
Survive. Looks like they just got spotted.
We are more or less unless only a fire team.
I think Karma might see the Harv and,
my guys got the east end. If you want to pull
his
back
two
west and
buddies
maybe
coming
get
up
like
this
a little bit
mountain, or at least
northwest
hear
of
'em.
the point. My guys can take east for you.
This is 2, locking down south, southwest.
Yeah, I
over.
think he hears them.
No, he doesn't. Oh. He just got lucky.
Holy sh!
Drop one on me coming in south. Hey, firm, one down south.
Quit getting shot.
I know, right, dude? I'm a fucking bullet back there.
Man.
Well, fuck. One, hold your position. We're gonna push on these western
Everybody
contacts.
wants to kill Karma.
Thank you.
Karma got a medic right now next to him. Aslo and Short Round are kind of stuffed here.
Enemies west.
Squad 1 is
There goes Karma, takes out Short Round. Still 2 more close.
Road now. We'll go sweep these guys out.
Frost, I'm on your left.
Smoke, smoke. Did we
Bad
still smoke?
Tried to throw it up.
There's
and
at least
put it
one
behind
more
him.
still up
Oh,
over there,
and again,
southwest.
Haslow.
Aslo hitting
Ooh.
trees. Raph gets shot up by, I think, Bad Tobogio. Or Seneca. Ooh, and Alpha Guido gets killed by Beer Hunter and Bagus.
Enemy southwest. Fire move.
Yo, I'm gonna get
Karma up. Aslow's gonna get him.
Negative. I dispatched that AR.
Oh.
2's down. 1.
Karma, Aslo hiding in the smoke. Well, I guess the smoke
Maybe
worked
that
out for
wasn't
him.
a move.
Alright, I am a squad leader.
Almost put a bullet into Shadow Slicker right, Soldier right there.
Roger
Hey,
that.
he's coming from southwest.
Guys, I recommend falling back. 3 elements.
The Brits are holding on right now, but Russians making them pay for it. 33 kills Brits, 23 kills Russia. Bartok and Sergeant Jackson, I think, are in the fight now. Because Seneca is now ducking down. Yep, and Seneca crawls out southeast. Bad Topogio looking southeast. Bartok on top of that rock. Nice position.
I need help. I'm behind you, medic. Watch out, they're moving in this tree line. Guys, get you guys in Alamo positions. Let's just defend the objective. Let them come to us. Thank you.
And Oddball making the call. It's time to Alamo. So he wants the Alamo mindset. Getting closer to the end of the round here.
Yeah, it's
Bartok and
just
Sergeant.
Sergeant Jackson. That's it.
Just shift your weight left.
Right?
Okay, one, what's your size of infantry?
Oh man, we got a lot of people left. Shit.
Frost is looking out towards his east. Bartok gonna be in his sights very shortly. I think he just saw. Ooh, he didn't.
Alamo.
I'm mostly covering south.
Does he see it?
southwest.
No. Bartok sees Frost though. Frost returns fire.
He's bandaging.
Direct northeast.
Yep, Frost is gonna bleed out.
Northeast.
Right in the middle of a contact report. Oh man.
Sorry about that, Frost.
Oh, and Lib actually
360 security, guys.
messed up a grenade.
Can we get some grenades northeast?
I don't have any.
032.
Not that it ended up being counted as a TK because he was already dead.
Oof.
Bartok moving in. Pretty strong here. Does Lib see it? Lib would see it. Come on, Lib. Turn left. He's too fixated on the right side of the bushes where Bartok was shooting from earlier. Bartok sees Lib. Oh, no. Bartok and Sergeant Jackson. How insane would it be if they just picked apart British right now?
There's still enemies to north.
I mean, Bartok,
Just maintain that 360.
I think he could do it.
I mean,
he still has a lat round, and you know how he is with those
there's
lat
so
rounds.
there's so many Brits still left alive, but he could actually push his way to the objective. Bartok's moved across the street. Sergeant Jackson following behind. Redibus and Miyamoto next on Bartok's menu, I think. Bartok tags Miyamoto. And Redibus puts a bullet into Bartok.
That's directly north of me.
Oh, Redibus has a grenade. Ooh, does that grenade go?
Understood.
Maybe too far.
Whichever is left of your element.
Ooh, it does hit him.
Facing that way.
Bartok not able to crawl away in time. So, Sergeant Jackson, where are you at, my dude? Still on the east side of the road here. One more Russian remains. Russia, 26 kills so far. British 35. Going on 36. No time asking, is this Arma Zeus 3? No. This is one of our one life operations, so think of a standard game of squad, you can respawn and stuff like that. We use a few mods to add in a few different kit variations that you don't find in the original game. And we play one round at a time with one life. So this is round 2 of 2 rounds that we play for each operation.
Frost, are you still up?
Matter of fact, next time we'll be coming to you live on Wednesday. Wednesday, around the same time we started the stream, so roughly 8:45 Eastern. We'll start a stream for the next operation. I'll tell you guys what that is here in a second.
First time I died is this.
Let me go over a few things here. Jackson gonna run around, make his try to maximize what he can do against Redibus.
I see Imons has got it. FTL.
Wait, did I say this in comms? Oh my god.
So I think I had some connectivity issues earlier. Something, I think, screwed up my network traffic. So that's why we saw the blackout. That's why you guys saw the stream freeze. Unless you guys could still hear audio. In which that case, I don't know what happened. Yeah, squad's routinely on sale. Usually, the best place to find sales for squad is probably the Humble Bundle. It's routinely on sale through there, plus you can always send a few bucks to charity at the same time.
So obviously they're forming a last-ditch attempt.
Besides buying it through Steam, I would look for Humble Bundle deals.
Let's maintain that 360.
Oh, beer. Oh, beer hunter. Sergeant Jackson gonna stalk on Redibus, but Redibus doesn't hear him.
Sergeant Jackson here.
There we go. Our event admin saying Russia must overrun the British patrol base.
Northwest.
Yep, Gulf 1096.
That's not happening. But one more kill for Russia there, so that's 27.
Understood.
Oh, is this the holiday sale starting, or is there Thanksgiving sale? Oh, right. Yeah, that's right, Steam. Steam Thanksgiving stuff. That's probably a thing. Keep your eye out, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, Wednesday will be live 2045 Eastern Standard Time. And we're also on Saturdays, we do 2 streams, so we'll stream at roughly, what's it, 14:45? So that's 2:45 Eastern, and we'll also stream at 8:45.
What, 2 people have you near you?
Although, I don't think I'll be able to stream Saturday afternoon. And Sergeant Jackson gets gunned down by Silent. And that's going to be it. Final count, 36 kills British, 27 kills for Russia. A great operation. That went along a bit long, a little long there, but you know, it's what happens. It's what happens when there are just so few people left against so many. It was fun to see how British tried to switch up their plan, and ultimately it worked out for them. But the whole end of run around thing, that's the crazy loops that we were expecting that Expo was going to throw at us.
Yeah,
anyway.
when you have these type of operations where you can place a fob almost in what 6-7 different points, I mean, yeah, it definitely throws in a lot of unforeseeable advances and defenses.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Wednesday, 27th, we have Operation Wicked Turkeys. Thanksgiving themed op. Pretty standard. And then we have 2 more operations to be decided for next Saturday. If you're interested in joining us, watch out for basics on our calendar at squadops.gg. Need a basic before you can participate here. Also, follow and subscribe to the channel on Twitch and YouTube, respectively. Turn on notifications for whichever platform you prefer to watch so you get notified when we go live. On behalf of Wilbur and the rest of the Squad Ops community, I'm bcarr. Good night.